Now, let me invite Chris Porter, SVP and CISO of Fannie Mae, one of our very early customers, to join me on stage to share some of his experiences in working with Zscaler for cyber protection and data protection.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. You have been a great customer, a great partner for years.
You've been a great partner to us as well. I need to get an AI CISO, though. That would help out a lot.
Yes, I need to get an AI CEO. Then I can go to the beach.
Yes.
But tell us about everyone knows about Fannie Mae, but a couple of words about Fannie Mae.
Yeah, I mean, we're one of the leading mortgage providers in the country. We don't actually originate loans, but we purchase loans from lenders, and then they use those funds to make more loans for everyone else. So last year, we put around $684 billion into the market for people to buy homes, and I think that allowed for the financing of about 2.6 million homes and rental units.
Wow, impressive. So cyber becomes important when there's so much money involved. And you have been driving the transformation. You started earlier than many other CISOs out there. Walk us through how you went through it and what phases did you go through?
Yeah, certainly. So I think our journey started around 2016. And we were in the middle of making a lot of choices around moving to cloud, but it was not for infrastructure or platform at that time. It was more of the business and enterprise solutions. So your ServiceNow technology, your O365, those kinds of things. Well, a lot of that just moved outside of the data center. And so we were having a problem because the on-prem proxies that we had at the time just weren't keeping up with internet scale.
Yep.
And so at one point, we couldn't even allow YouTube on our network, and we had to only allow for exceptions for that because it would make the proxies fall over. Mm-hmm. And so we started moving to securing the internet access and leveraging the ZIA capability to do that. Mm-hmm. And that was a huge win for us. We were able to really change the way that our users were accessing the internet, and we in some ways, we changed the way that they've been doing work for many, many years. So for instance, I had people calling me and saying, hey, Chris, I don't know if you know this, but I can get to my email and I'm not on VPN anymore. Okay. And I go, I know, and you're welcome. But we had the visibility and the transparency throughout that entire piece. I think one of the things that we did 3 years ago, and started this journey, and I think the pandemic surprisingly helped us out a lot, is that we started moving towards private access. We pushed ZPA out to our entire network when the pandemic hit. We were planning to do it anyways, but we wanted to have redundancy in case VPN failed that we had a fallback on at that time. And it just took off. People started using it more often. They got used to it. It really helped me sleep a little better at night because we were moving from VPN where it sits you right on the network and you get that lateral movement that you were talking about earlier, yep, where people could move everywhere. We were able to begin our zero trust journey. When you're on ZPA, I have multi-factor authentication that's helping me authenticate my user. I have application-only access. It's coming from a trusted device or only devices that we know about. And from networks that we know about. So it was a really big move for us. What I did next is I got rid of our network in our buildings while no one was there. So we went through and changed the network architecture in our buildings that when people come back in, they have a employee guest network that just gives them internet access and then allows them to reach Zscaler for internet access and private access to all of our applications. So I've really reduced.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because that was so progressive. Think of it. Your office, you're in the office, you're like sitting at home. You're not on the corporate network. That's beautiful.
No, and it's really, what it's helped out even operationally is that it's changed the experience to where it's the same, whether you're home, whether you're at Starbucks, or you're in one of our physical buildings. You have the same experience. And quite frankly, it really helped. The pandemic helped us train our users to do multi-factor authentication every single day, which helped us immensely with our security. Then we've implemented some of the data protection capabilities that you talked about, exact data match, index document matching. We've integrated Microsoft information protection capabilities and the data labeling and classification so that when someone has one of those documents that's labeled, Zscaler stops it from getting out. So we're reducing the types of incidents that we're having across our organization. And then lastly, we need to make sure that we can manage that entire experience. It is much more difficult when you're managing the network, but your network is the internet, and you have to be able to see, hey, this internet service provider in Dallas is down, and that's why our users there are having a problem, versus the legacy way where, hey, we know that the wireless networking or the wireless device in this building is not working. And so we have to have that big level visibility to address that.
Wonderful. Chris, it has been fun. And I know you and I will talk about a number of new steps, new products to build.
Yep. Thank
Look
you.
forward to working with you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Great.